Hey everyone, this is T Ray from H10 Hanshin Tigers English News, back with part 2 of our interview with Hanshin Tigers pitcher Joe Gunkel. In today's episode, he will be talking about his arrival in Japan and his thoughts on life here. So stick around. Here we go.
No, I don't think I ever had someone on my team. There were a couple of Japanese players in spring trainings that I was teammates with. I think one name was Otaki Hideyoshi. I think he's works for the Giants in some way, Tokyo Giants. So, but I've never had a Japanese teammate on like an affiliated team, not that I can remember. Yeah, so I started thinking about trying to get over here probably 2018. I was in AAA with the Marlins, and I was having a good year. I was throwing well out of the bullpen and a little bit as a starter. And I kind of just felt like I wasn't getting the opportunity that I wanted to in the organization and in American baseball as a whole, just because the game has kind of changed to kind of a high velocity game, and that's kind of what they're looking for now, especially in older guys. So I didn't think my opportunities were that plentiful there. So I thought that if I had got an opportunity to come out to Japan, that was definitely something I would jump at. And thankfully, after the 2019 season, the Tigers showed some interest early in the offseason. We were able to work that out. I think a lot of it was the opportunity, just because, I was, playing baseball is fun, but sometimes playing the minor leagues, it's definitely a grind. So to get out here and play in big stadiums for a team that's trying to win, that was big for me. I wanted to play at a level where winning was the most important thing. So getting a chance to come out here, especially with a team like the Tigers, who, were always at the top of the league, and it's very important to them that they have put a good product in the field. It was a team that I wanted to go to. And, once I got out here, or once I figured out I was coming, it was like, I really want to see what Japan's all about. And unfortunately, coronavirus hasn't given me many opportunities to do that. But, I've still learned a lot of things, and I've gotten to know a lot of my Japanese teammates who are friends of mine. So it's been nice to kind of adapt to a different culture. Yeah, so when I first got there and got off the plane, like having all the media and the press there, taking pictures as you're walking through, that's something that I wasn't ready for. I heard that they were crazy about baseball over here, but I wasn't ready to be treated like some sort of celebrity. But once that dies down, once you get used to that, it's fun to interact with the Japanese players, because at first you have no grasp of the language, and you slowly build relationships and kind of grasp on ways you can communicate with them. And I think that's been the most fun that I've had is getting to know them and being able to communicate with them. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the all dirt infield, to be honest. I like the turf field, especially being a ground ball pitcher. Get more true hops on the turf fields than the Koshien dirt. But the atmosphere there, once they have, hopefully they have full stadiums this year, but just even with half capacity, like the atmosphere there is something that's unlike anywhere else. It's a lot of fun. The fans are always into it. The Tigers fans, they're always loud, and that I feel like that stadium gets pretty loud, louder than other stadiums. So it's cool to be a part of it, the whole atmosphere and the flow of the game. So, I enjoy it. Yeah, my translator feeds a lot of it to me. I think I was saying "itsumo arigato" for a long time, and that was all I was saying. But he gives me some new stuff to say every time, and I practice it in the tunnel, and then when I get out there, try to say it as best as I can. Excuse me, but I've been studying like the hiragana and katakana characters last year. I kind of got a good grasp for them. So I'm getting a little bit better at, you know, reading characters, and kanji is really hard, but I haven't gotten very far with that. But kind of getting an idea of how to learn more of the language has been fun. A lot of the guys teach me words and phrases and stuff like that. But I feel like now I can just go to, like, everywhere I go, I'm just trying to read signs and see if I can understand what's happening. And that's been a fun part of it once I learn the characters. Yeah, in 2020 in spring training, they were asking me walkout songs, and I've never been a big walkout song person. I've never had one that I, you know, used all the time. I just pretty much play whatever. So I told my translator, I was like, can you find me like a Japanese rock song that I could use, because I don't really have a tie to one from America. And then he sent me a couple, and I liked the One OK Rock, and it's kind of similar to the style of music that I listen to at home. So I just picked it, and it's been my walkout for 2 years, and last year it worked pretty well, so I'll probably hang on to it this year. Yeah, I don't do a ton of music. I listen to more like sports talk radio podcasts when traveling. But you know, when I work out, I'll throw on Pandora. Mostly like punk rock and a little hard rock, and all just different genres of rock. That's kind of my speed.
Coming up in part 3, Joe Gunkel will talk to you about his life in Kobe, as well as his thoughts on the 2022 Tigers. So be sure to check out that video. In the meantime, subscribe, hit that like button and the bell. Let's go Tigers.